Bonjour darling! First of all, I'm really sorry if you hear a lot of noise, but in the last week I couldn't film or upload anything because we have dogs barking every day, all day. Right now I have found myself lucky to find some time where there isn't any dogs barking, there isn't any bells ringing. There is a little bit of music, someone doing some chores downstairs, but I hope it will be okay. Today I come back to you with a video about the differences between French publishing and American publishing especially. There are two major differences and it is not something I'm completely happy about because, well, if in America a lot of authors, like the vast majority of them, find themselves having a hard time to live with their writing, well, in France you could say it's a little bit worse for two main reasons. The first major difference in France is that in France you don't have the querying an agent part when we are trying to get traditionally published. There are agents, they do exist, but it is not in our tradition to get an agent, and it's really harder to get them, and they are not everywhere at all. If you live in Paris, you might find yourself lucky because, well, there is everything in Paris. It's the capital, so yeah. In France, we usually only deal with our editor. We don't have an agent to act as a barrier and as a protector of our rights and of our work. When we make a contract, a publishing deal, we, in the vast majority of cases, have to do it alone. We have to do our research and we have to fight for our rights by ourselves. When the editor wants to change something in our book, we have to talk to them by ourselves. And we don't have an agent trying their best to sell our product. We have to sell ourselves, and it makes it so much harder. I don't know if I will try to find an agent in my region. I don't know if I will be able to. It's quite hard because there aren't a lot of agencies in France. So I will keep you updated about that. The second most different thing in the publishing industry in France compared to the USA is the percentage we get when we sell our books. I have done my research. According to Alan Jacobson and a few other authors and agents I have found, in America, on hardback editions, authors get an average of 10% of the retail price for the first 5,000 copies, 12.5% for the next 5,000 copies sold, then 15% for all further copies sold. For paperbacks, it's 8% for the first 150,000 and then 10% thereafter. For ebook, the traditional New York publishers, he's talking about New York, are 25%. In France, we don't have a lot of hardback editions. It's mostly paperback. Even when a book just got published, it's not in our ways. It's getting there, but it's really rare. So we don't have that difference between hardback and paperback. We do have percentage depending on the sales, but it's quite different. It's usually between 6 and 10%, mostly 8%. For the first 10,000 books sold, then 8 to 10% for the next 10,000, then 12 to 14% for what comes after. There is a syndicate, la Ligue des auteurs professionnels, the Professional Authors League, that is trying to make it an obligation for publishers to give us authors 10% minimum on the first copies sold, because as I said, usually closer of the 6 to 8%, 10% is when you are lucky. So as you can see, it's way harder for a French author to get money on their books. We do have advantages compared to America. We have better healthcare, we have better helps for housing, but it's still not ideal. We don't get good deals on our books at all compared to the percentages in America. Does it mean that I don't want to be traditionally published? It doesn't at all. I do want to be traditionally published. I do want to try it. Because as I said, even if we get less money on our books, we still have healthcare, we still have housing help, we still have a lot of different things to help us live thanks to our work. It's not ideal, nothing is ever perfect, but there are people fighting for our rights, and I intend to fight for mine. Being traditionally published is one of my dreams. Will I never get self-published? I don't know. For my TTRPGs, I'm not trying to get traditionally published. I'm an independent author and I work with charities and such to share my work. But for my novels, I really do want to try and get traditionally published. I want to try and realize my dream. Will I manage to do so? Will I ever manage to live thanks to my writing? I don't know at all. I don't think I will ever earn enough money to live thanks to my writing. I don't think I will be a career author, but I hope I will at least have the stupendous luck to see my book in stores somewhere. It wasn't a happy video. It's just that the market and the traditions are not the same between America and France, and if I have to be honest, the thing that the most worrying for me is not the percentages, because as I said, we have the social system that helps authors outside of the percentages they earn, but it's the lack of an agent for me personally, because to be honest, I'm quite shy, even though I have a YouTube channel, and I have some difficulties to stand up for myself. So I don't know if I will be able to, negotiate my contract, for example. But I will do my best. I will do my research about agents in my region, in Brittany, and I will keep you updated. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did so, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of any new content I post, and also to give me a thumbs up for this particular video. You can also follow me on social media, all links down below, and as always, Au revoir, darling.